It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. In a few moments, we'll be sending you out to Philadelphia as the 76ers go up against the Charlotte Hornets. For the Hornets, they come in off the loss to Atlanta. It's been a rough ride for them so far. We're a decent ways into the season now, and they're still stuck on one win. They've got nowhere to go but up. At least they can say that much. And tonight, we get to watch Miles Bridges, one of the more explosive young players in the league. Shaq, what do you like about him?
Ferocious, dunks everything he can, high energy, never takes a playoff.
Yep. His shooting has improved every year as well, Ernie. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
He's come miles with that.
He needs to keep refining his skill set, but I like him. I got it. He needs to come miles.
He's going miles with that.
I got it. I caught that.
Bridging his game from the collegiate ranks
to
the NBA. Miles Bridges. Can have a lot of fun with his name. Here's Kevin Harlan.
"2K Sports" checks in with our loyal viewers with a broadcast from Philadelphia. It's the home of the 76ers, the Wells Fargo Center. And as we start the weekend here on this Friday night, 2K Sports welcoming you to NBA basketball. With Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, Kevin Harlan. And joining us tonight, a man who once said he will never write another traditional sports column. Please don't say that so, Bill Simmons. Don't say that.
Well, now you just have to tweet. You need 280 characters, and you can pretend you're a writer.
What do you think of social media?
I actually think for basketball, it's been a huge advantage. And it hasn't been a huge advantage for a lot of other things, but I think it's made basketball a lot more fun. I do worry, though, sometimes that people are just watching their Twitter feed over the games. I still think there's an advantage for people who actually are watching what's going on versus watching people's reactions to what's going on.
Interesting. Right now, the 76ers are back in town for just one game and looking to play well for their home fans. They've been picking up some steam, and if they can play this well all season, they'll be in excellent shape.
You know, this is a great team, and I wouldn't put it past them to continue to play at a very high level. I mean, that's the makeup of the squad. You know, they've got great character, tremendous talent, and obviously very well coached. They very well could continue to play this kind of basketball throughout the course of the season.
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Ben Simmons grew up playing Australian rules football. It may be one reason he's so comfortable attacking defenses and creating. He said, you have to read the defenders, draw them, then get rid of it. Otherwise, you're going to get tackled. Well, that's a foul in the NBA, but I understand his sentiment, guys.
And David, he is not shy about contact at all. Thanks. You know, Bill, when you look at the players the Sixers have put together, they should be a perennial contender, it would seem, on paper for years to come.
But that's the thing about the NBA. You never know.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of these teams that looked like they were the next potential dynasty, and within 2 years, they've made a trade. Somebody got hurt. I mean, you talk about the 80s Rockets. You talk about the Magic in the 90s. They made the finals. Within 14 months, that whole team is gone. The OKC Thunder, 2012, Game 5, Miami. I took a picture of KD and Harden and Westbrook with their arms around each other. They never played together again. So I think the thing you learn over and over again with basketball, even Derrick Rose and the Bulls, every time you think there's the next young team that's coming, they still have to actually do it, and sometimes they don't.
So let's take a look at the Charlotte starting lineup. We've got Hernan Gomez. Kemba Walker is out there with Jeremy Lamb. Then it's Bridges, and it's Zeller in at the center position. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
And the energy and athleticism of Bridges is off the charts. He is a tough cover for the defense.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. No good on that one.
You know, what I love about Bridges is just the all-around game. He scores, rebounds, passes, and defends well, too. Just an exciting young prospect.
No good on the second free throw. Outside, Reddick. Three-pointer. Connects from three-point range. Reddick's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And here's Charlotte. 6-point game. Their last meeting was in Philadelphia, where they were unable to fight off the 76ers.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
Well, how often do we hear it, Greg? I mean, you got to take care of the basketball. I mean, they got to be much more disciplined tonight.
Bill, it's interesting. More than 50 colleges and universities now offers scholarships in esports. I did not know this, and that number is probably only going to go up.
Yeah, and it makes sense too. What's more popular, esports or water polo? No offense to the water polo players, but come on.
These kids
let's
love
move
it.
with the
They
times.
cannot get enough of these games.
No, we should have, every college should have esports.
But this is the thing about Walker. He will challenge you from the perimeter. He will challenge you inside also.
To the inside, and slam dunk by Butler.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Now here's Zeller. The kick out to Walker. Here's the teardrop. Simmons with the defensive effort.
That's how you protect the rim. Stand your ground and make him alter his release.
The 76ers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. That one a little long.
Pretty high percentage look with the D playing off it. Just couldn't knock it down.
And now here comes Simmons leading the break. Lets it go from 11. Offensive rebound. Chandler, no good.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
And Walker kicks to Zeller. Bridges against Butler. Now, here's Bridges. He's covered closely. Clock at 4. Here's Lamb. Here's Hernangomez. And Embiid with the block.
Awesome timing on the rejection. Embiid, the big fella. You don't want to bring it in around this guy.
And Lamb slams it home.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Yeah, guys, and the finish is the perfect capper. I mean, taking it all the way to the 10.
And Kemba Walker is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's the second foul, and now they might really go at him. I mean, try to get a third foul and force him to sit on the bench.
And the Hornets making a change here. Parker's checked in, and he gets it to go. Bill, several of your books have been bestsellers. How did it feel to see your work so well received around the world?
I think I was really happy that the basketball book did well because I spent a long time writing it, and it was 700 pages. And when it got mailed to me, it was so big, I thought people would just be terrified of it. And, you know, it turns out,
I think they embraced the
Yeah,
size.
I think they did. They liked it. I designed it for people to be able to put on their toilet or bring on an airplane or whatever they want to do with it. But I was always amazed that there wasn't a basketball book that tried to kind of group all these other books and some of the opinions and all the misinformation. Like the fact that, honestly, the reason I wanted to write the book was just that people thought Will Chamberlain was better than Bill Russell. And yet every single thing written in the 60s was that Bill Russell was better. And all the players would say Bill Russell was better. And when they put it together, Bill Russell's team won. So it's like, how do we get to the point where people think Will Chamberlain was better? So it was that and some other stuff that made me want to write the book.
Now here's Reddick, covered by Lamb. Unloads from 13. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Such an assertive player. When you're not up on Simmons, he's capable of torching you off the pass.
Here's Lamb, covered by Reddick. Lamb finds Zeller. On the wing, Lamb. Trying to find Hernan Gomez. It's it to him. Over Chandler. And Chandler sends it back. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Chandler. Here's Lamb. He's coming off a 16-point game against Atlanta. That one drops for him. Hernan Gomez has got his third basket of the night.
He's giving them a nice lift this quarter. The shots are falling for him.
Simmons passes to Reddick. Embiid with it. Covered by Lamb. From about 16. No good from Simmons.
He hasn't been very precise at all this quarter.
Simmons against Parker. Over to the left wing. Here's Bridges. And Butler sends it back.
And Butler, one of those guys that's terrific at slapping away shots, utilizing that impressive wingspan on defense.
Embiid with the steal, and there's the foul. It's on Miles Bridges. That is his first foul of the game. Philadelphia's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Bill, you've watched the NBA evolve. Talk about some of the biggest changes over the last decade you've seen.
The three-point line and the threes or foul shots philosophy, I think, is the biggest thing. Just the pace of the game has really improved, and to a really pleasing way for fans. Like just what Steve Nash was doing last decade in those Suns teams, that everybody's playing that way now. I think the social media and the players basically getting rid of the wall between them and the fans, using social media, using Instagram, and we just feel like we know these guys better. And their ability to control their own message now versus where they were 10 years ago. It all started with the decision in LeBron James and has carried through this whole decade. And these guys now, they can get whatever message out they want. They can criticize the president. They can criticize their own team. They can ask for a trade. If they get called out by some writer or somebody who writes a hit piece, they can go back at the guy and sick all their fans on the writer.
Amir Johnson's checked in for Wilson Chandler. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist is checked in for Charlotte. Batum comes in for Jeremy Lamb. Zeller with it, now defended by Embiid. Here's Parker with the three. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. Going back to our topic from a moment ago, Bill, you mentioned the interaction between players and social media and how that's become a new facet, a skill we're seeing daily from players.
There's just way more accountability now. And I'm really impressed by how polished the guys are that come in the league now. And I think the LeBron generation, LeBron, Wade, Chris Bosh, some of those guys from the last generation that came up and became vets and really knew how, Paul Pierce, who knew how to handle their business. Now these new guys come in, they're 19, 20 years old, and they act like they're 30. I'm sure you see it at the games.
Shocking.
Whereas in the 90s, it was a free-for-all. You had these guys who, if you gave them a live mic, you were terrified. And now these guys are 19 years old, giving, like, long interviews to reporters. It's like, how are you doing this?
Tatum in particular is very
Tatum's
impressive.
already good at being a bad interviewer.
He's
like, he doesn't say anything. He knows how to dodge any question. It's like, you're 19. How do you know how to do this?
Unbelievable. Here's Simmons. It's rebounded by Kidd-Gilchrist.
As off the mark as he has been, they're a little lucky to be in front.
There was a Rookie of the Year debate, certainly, concerning Ben Simmons of the Philadelphia 76ers, who had missed a year, then came back. Many people questioning the rules that classify you as a rookie. Did that aspect bother you if you voted for him or not?
I voted for him. It did bother me a little bit, but the rules said he was a rookie. The thing that bothers me is I think he could have come back the year before, and I think they shelved him for the last 6 weeks or so. So, you compare that he got to be in an organization and travel and get a feel for the NBA lifestyle for the year. And Donovan Mitchell was like in class at Louisville, hopefully, playing a college schedule and not working out with the best trainers every day and all this stuff and just going right from there to the pros. I do think Donovan Mitchell has a case. It would be a case I would make if I was Donovan Mitchell. But by the rules, Ben Simmons was a rookie.
Here's Simmons following the basket by Nicholas Batum. And Simmons kicks to Johnson. Butler with the ball. Bridges covering. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field. And on the topic of Ben Simmons, he was really sensational in his first full season in the league.
Oh, my God. I voted for him for third-team All-NBA, I think, or second team. I thought the last 6 weeks he was absolutely spectacular and really put it together. And then when you get to the playoffs, teams can scheme you a little bit differently. The Celtics really figured out a way to fluster him. Everyone talks about how he has to learn an outside shot. For me, it's much more important for him to the 8 to 10 foot shot and the little spin moves and the little in transition and, oh, I was going to the basket and there's a guy in front of me. Now let me do my little baby sky hook that like Magic Johnson had. He needs the 8 to 10 feet moves way more than he needs the three-point shot. The Celtics were putting a little wall on the fast breaks, and he just didn't have the inside-outside game to figure out what to do. I want to see him get better at that.
Here's Zeller after the made shot from Joel Embiid. Just 3 to shoot, and the shot goes in.
Oh, and Batum just has astounding body control, which is what allows him to hit shots despite obvious physical contact.
Simmons finds McConnell. Simmons on the wing, covered by Parker. Simmons inside. He's against Parker. No good from Simmons.
You know what? Just a little fancy on that possession there. Just go up in rhythm.
Parker against Simmons. Parker dishes to Zeller. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And one thing that gives these scouts confidence in Zeller's ability to expand his shooting range is the fact that he's been a solid free throw shooter ever since he's entered this league.
For Charlotte, they have missed both free throws they've attempted tonight.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
And that one falls for Zeller. You know, Bill, the Sixers, they've embraced the symbol of the bell here in Philadelphia, ringing it before big games and after big wins.
What they haven't embraced this year was confetti. Because it came back to haunt them in Game 3.
Shot.
Yeah, the confetti game from the Philly-Boston series. They shoot the confetti. The game's not over. Boston wins in overtime. And I promise you, you will never see confetti at a basketball game in Philadelphia ever again in your life.
Butler. And again, it's Philadelphia.
He's not easing his way into this game. He's coming out hot. 4 for 5 right out the gate.
Outside, Batum. Now, here's Monk. He's covered by Muscala. Williams with a clean look, and once again off the mark by Charlotte. And it's McConnell with the ball. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. They lead by 4. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
Playing on the road, always a challenge, but it becomes a heck of a lot easier when you can shoot the 3-ball the way they did.
Oh, no doubt. And when you're hitting a high percentage on the perimeter, everything becomes easier.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Pass to Butler. Back to McConnell. Pass to Johnson. Butler against Batum. The 3. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
The D with some heavy feet out there. I mean, too slow to rotate. Nobody communicating. They can't make threes that easy for them.
Now, here's Batum. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. And Charlotte again with the bucket.
The D is doing everything they can against Batum, but in the end, he's just too long, too strong, getting the shot off in plenty of time.
And then Monk with the dunk.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Fellas, that's just like it's supposed to work. Don't give the D a chance to set up.
Jimmy Butler has been on display for the Philadelphia 76ers. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. We've got more in store for you right after this. Tough-nosed Jimmy Butler talks about the mantle of being a franchise player.
You call me a leader, all-star, whatever you want to call it, but with that comes a lot of, some people call it pressure, but a lot of responsibility is what I call it. Every night you got to show up. You have to be productive. You have to show guys even when you're hurt, you can still play. Even when you're tired, you got to go out there and do what you're supposed to do. It's fun to me. I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way.
And that's what he worked for. And he works as hard as anyone, Greg, in the NBA.
And you see that competitiveness and desire in his play.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And looking at what we've seen from the 76ers, what do you guys think?
I mean, you saw it. That barrage of threes has them grooving here after one.
Well, there's not enough defensive pressure on the perimeter. We'll see in the second quarter if that gets corrected.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for Charlotte, Walker and Monk are the guard tandem. Williams is out there with Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. And it's Batum in at the 3, the small forward. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, Kemba Walker helped lead UConn to a national title, but it took some time to hit his stride at the NBA level. He finally became an all-star, but his team is rebuilding in Charlotte. Mitch Kupchak is the new general manager, and James Borrego is the new head coach. Guys?
A terrific player, D.A., for sure. Thanks. Bill, one shot to win a game. You can pick any player. Who's going to take that shot for you?
Kevin Durant. I think he has the most ways to get a good shot off. I always look at it as, is it a quality shot to get off? So he can post the smaller guy up. He can shoot a 3. He's got the pull-up hezzy jumper, as he calls it. He can go to the lane and pump fake and do a little drop step. And I just think he has the most moves. Some people would say LeBron, but am I getting regular season LeBron or playoff LeBron?
Playoff LeBron.
Playoff LeBron would be my number one choice.
He'd be pretty good.
Yeah, he'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
Regular season LeBron, I'm not as enthused about.
Hernan Gomez is checked in for Charlotte.
One shot.
On the free throw, no good. Talking about last-second shot instincts, Bill, you mentioned LeBron, KD. What about Curry? Where does Curry rank in that conversation?
Curry's good.
Top 5?
You can guard Curry in those one-on-one situations with the right people. I'm not saying you're going to stop him, but, you put a taller guy on him. And Curry, to me, Curry is the greatest not in the offense scorer I've ever seen in my life, where he can get 32 and hit 10 threes and wasn't really involved in the game. Just, you forget about it from one play, and all of a sudden he's in the corner and they're setting him up, or he's running off the screen. It's a lot, almost like what Reggie Miller and Ray Allen were able to do, where, yeah, you run them off screens and you tire the guys out and you kind of hope the defense forgets they're out there. But he's not a conventional get-out-of-my-way guys. I'm going to get to the rim.
Absolutely.
Score like someone like Donovan Mitchell is.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Wilson Chandler's checked in for Johnson. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for T.J. McConnell. Passes it to Monk. Williams kicks to Monk. It's Kidd-Gilchrist on the wing. Out left to the wing. Shot to stop the run. The shot by Monk is no good. Philadelphia leading by 5. Poked away. Stolen by Walker. One-on-one fast break. And he jams that one in.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
Yeah, guys. I mean, in a close game like this, that can really get a team rolling.
Bill Commissioner Adam Silver believes the 2K Esports League will have the staying power of the NBA, the WNBA, the G League. A pretty powerful comment to make.
And I hope he's right, because I want to be the lead color guy. I want us to be the team. Why can't it be us, Kevin Harlan?
Are you kidding me?
Let's do that. Cut me the check.
Sign
As Rasheed
me
Wallace
up.
would say, CTC, cut the check.
Bill Simmons is here.
I'm ready.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Got a piece of it. They retain possession. That's good. The Philadelphia lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Hernan Gomez. Philadelphia's gotten both of their 3-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Smith with it, now guarded by Monk. Redick against Walker. Here's Muscala. And it's off from 3-point range. Hornets trail by 3. Monk, the pass to Walker. And it's all evened up. Walker's got 5 now.
Oh, such a skilled sniper from deep. I love seeing Walker pull the trigger with confidence.
Smith kicks to Redick. From 13, a tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Redick's got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, I'm surprised that D isn't respecting this mid-range game more. They ought to be. I bet you they will be soon.
The pass to Monk. Here's the dish to Williams. 5 on the clock. Here's Hernan Gomez. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Chandler right side. Back to Redick. The 3. It's rebounded by Kid Gilchrist.
No 3-pointers for him in the second quarter yet, but he did have one in the first.
Monk, the pass to Walker. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Walker's got the lead up to 2 now for the Hornets.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
And Redick kicks to Chandler. And Wilson Chandler with the slam.
Oh, man, you better appreciate the unselfishness. When Redick sees an open teammate, as great of a shooter as he is, he's fast at getting him the ball.
Walker finds Williams. It's a nice pass in here by Charlotte. Walker against Redick. Monk, the pass to Hernan Gomez. The Hornets need to get a shot off here. Walker's shot is off. Philadelphia's gone 6 of 8 on 3-pointers in the game, an outstanding 75% mark. Chandler goes in over Hernan Gomez, and that misses everything.
He gets some extra attention from the D on that trip, and he throws the shot off.
The shot's good from Monk.
That's the awareness that Kid Gilchrist has out there. Excellent at knowing where the open man is.
The 76ers trail by 3. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Smith kicks to Chandler. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer. Chandler's got his second bucket of the night. Charlotte has gone 4 of 8 tonight from 3-point land, shooting 50% on the 3 ball here. Now Walker, 23 points for him the last game against Atlanta.
Yeah, but it wasn't all about himself. He also did a great job at creating for his teammates. So many assists tonight.
Here's Korkmaz. He's covered by Kid Gilchrist. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. 7 points for J.J. Redick.
Oh, man, an efficient mid-range shooter. I like seeing Redick work in this shot from time to time.
Pass to Hernan Gomez. Shoots over Redick. No good from Hernan Gomez. And here's Chandler, who brings it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Trying to find Smith. He's got it now. Buries it down low. And now a 4-point 76ers lead.
I mean, it took him a long time to get into the flow of the game, but the points are starting to come for him now.
Charlotte calls timeout.
And with the Tide running against them, needs to talk it over with his guys.
Man, they straight up been getting smoked over the stretch. They really need to refocus here.
And some changes here for the 76ers. Embiid, he's checked in for Chandler. Jimmy Butler comes in for Korkmaz. And Simmons subbed in for Smith. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Zeller, he's checked in for Williams. Bridges comes in for Hernan Gomez. Lamb, he's checked in for Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. And Parker subbed in for Monk. And Walker kicks to Bridges. That's tipped. And here is Simmons. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Indiana.
And don't let his defensive work get passed over. With all his steals, he was just as valuable on D as he was at the other end.
And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's foul number 2 for him. Shot to stop the run. Count it, and the 76ers lead has been cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Parker.
And able to get it done once again in close. Just one of the ultimate finishers at the rim.
Pass to Simmons over Parker, and Simmons gets it to go on the assist from Redick. 6 points for Ben Simmons.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Walker in the post, guarded by Simmons. Walker's shot is off.
He'll be beating himself up if they can't come back because he is not carrying his weight at the offensive end.
And Redick kicks to Embiid. Got a hand on it.
And the impact Bridges makes on the defensive end, showing he's not to be messed with.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. For Charlotte, they have made 3 of 5 free throw attempts. And he knocks down the first one.
Not a guy you want to foul. Walker's a tremendous free throw shooter. He does a great job of getting himself to the line.
And the 76ers with some changes. Johnson comes in for Muscala. And it's T.J. McConnell in for J.J. Redick. Kemba Walker hits them both.
Well, he's not making any mistakes up there today. Another solid trip to the line for him.
Parker against Simmons. Down low. And Simmons slams it in.
A problem inside. That's what he is. Once Simmons gets the ball in the positioning that he wants, he goes for the throwdown.
Parker kicks to Zeller. He dishes it to Walker. Back to Zeller. Clock at 6. In the corner, it's Bridges. A three-pointer is right on target.
Yeah, just beating good defense. And you see Bridges' jump shot. Low release point. A little bit of a push shot, but he shoots it for a pretty good percentage.
Shot's good by Simmons.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Hornets trail by 3. Parker kicks to Lamb. Bridges against Johnson. Johnson with the block.
Oh, the rim protection from Johnson. One more thing that makes him special.
And the shot is good.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
It can be discouraging, frustrating, but you only have yourselves to blame. Box out.
Butler, no good.
Highlight reel play all the way, just can't connect.
Well, a good attempt to try to finish that alley-oop. Still should have went for something better than that, though.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Here's Simmons. Zeller grabs the board. Zeller's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Bill, what a pleasure to have you with us. Great as always to hear your thoughts, your commentary. I hope you join us again soon.
I'd love it. Anytime, Kevin. Tell me.
Thank you. And Greg, how much fun is it to have Bill with us? Such a prominent voice in sports journalism and never afraid to speak his mind.
You know, oftentimes when you gain popularity, you become a little more conservative, a little more reserved, but not Bill. And that's why he's maintained such a tremendous following.
And the first one at the line is good. You know, watching Miles Bridges, he just brings so much energy to the team.
High motor guy, very aggressive. You know, a bit of a tweener, which in a positionless world could be a good thing. Explosive, strong, athletic. I think his best basketball is ahead of him.
Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Kemba Walker. Both free throws good from Bridges.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
The 76ers trail by 3. Right side, Simmons. Another miss by Philadelphia. Charlotte has gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Passes it to Bridges. Parker left side. Outside, Batum. Over Johnson. A shot by Batum, no good. Philadelphia has gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. Here's Embiid. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 3 assists tonight.
Oh, this is the confidence the big man Embiid brings to the table. No hesitation shooting off the pass.
Parker dishes to Zeller. Down low, here's Bridges. Johnson with some nice D.
I think a kick out is the better option there. Defense had the rim on lockdown.
And there's the pass to McConnell. Johnson outside. He kicks to Simmons. He gets it up. And so it's tied as we head to halftime. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Jimmy Butler. Jimmy, you have come a long way in this league. When you look at your career now versus when you came in, how different is it?
Much different. I think on the floor, I'm supposed to do a lot more on both ends of the floor. And off the floor, I think it's still the same. People recognize my hair.
Well, it is a unique style, Jimmy. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports, the halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Boy, we have a lot to discuss. For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. The biggest lead they were able to get out to during the first period was 6 points. The second quarter was dead even in terms of their scoring output from both teams, and they still find themselves in a good position at the half. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, so far they won the battle of assists. They played more patiently and very unselfish in the first half. Good shot selection and nice flow of offense.
And big fella, your thoughts on the Hornets?
I really like how they limited turnovers. You know, they didn't play it too safe. They made some really nice passes. When you can play like this and cut back turnovers, it can add up to over 10, 8, 12, 15, 16 easy points, Ernie. I don't know how many points, a lot of easy points. They'll be in good shape if they can keep making the same smart plays.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
We welcome you back to Philadelphia, a town full of history. That's City Hall right there with the statue of William Penn perched atop it. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. And here are the Hornets now. They've got the Pistons ahead of them in their next game in Detroit. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road. Chandler and Embiid are together down low. Simmons runs the show with Redick at the 2. And it's Butler in at the 3 spot. And that's the group for Brett Brown as we begin the second half.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
Sometimes you get a little outside of yourself. You have to be a little more disciplined.
And defensively, this is the opposite of how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I mean, you spend all that time in the locker room trying to get mentally prepared. Then you come out and give up that.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And he wasn't going to get away with that one. Still in motion when he set that screen.
He even knew he wasn't in good position. He tried to slide himself into a better spot. The official wasn't having it.
Offensive rebound. It's deflected.
And registering one of the highest verticals at the NBA Combine, Zeller can send your shot back.
Clock at 4. That's a 2 from Butler. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Inside, Zeller. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Now there's the high basketball IQ of Zeller. He knows he's going to get whacked, but he turns it into an and one.
This will be his 3rd free throw shot of the game.
And with numbers like this, how about 87% on the year? He's been somebody they love having at the line.
And the dunk is always the king of the highlight reel. We know it comes easy if you're 6'10" or bigger, but Chris, there are little guys who can get up there and slam it down hard too.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Westbrook absolutely scares me when he dunks the ball because Westbrook thinks he's 7 foot tall and tries to dunk like it every time. So I love watching him attack the rim. How about Dennis Smith Jr.? His miss in the dunk contest last year was one of the most exciting dunks I've seen in a long time.
It was.
Eric Bledsoe, Terry Rozier. I mean, these guys, they attack the rim fearlessly, and they're going to posterize you if you're a big fella and sleeping on their hops.
And that one falls for Chandler. And Chris, with the way the 76ers have taken huge steps forward, what should the expectations be for this team the next few years?
I wouldn't be surprised, Kev, if they were competing for a title in a few seasons. I mean, they have a very flexible cap to improve their roster, and anything less than that, I think, should be viewed as a disappointment.
Chandler hits them both. And we're just about a minute and a half into the 3rd quarter of basketball. Walker with it. Now guarded by Simmons. No coverage that time. Lamb's got 6.
Wow, wonderful court awareness that time. You can count on Walker to find the open man.
And Simmons kicks to Redick. Simmons inside. Working on Walker. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. And a look now at the breakdown between 3-point and 2-point shots attempted here tonight for the 76ers.
They are shooting the lights out from beyond on really limited attempts. So you have to think they ought to feed those hot hands on the perimeter and see if they can keep this thing going.
Charlotte in the lead. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. To the right side. Chandler with the steal. Now the 76ers on the break. Simmons.
Watch out. Watch out. How can you not love Simmons? I mean, some of the dunks he pulls off are insane.
And a great second look there. Another Unleash Chaos replay. Brought to you by the Under Armour Hover Havoc. And Lamb kicks to Walker. Pass to Zeller. Back to Walker. Over Simmons. And it's Walker that time on the assist by Zeller. And that's now 11 points for Kemba Walker.
Solid start to the half for them. 3 of 4 from the field.
Redick surveying the D. To the paint. Here's Simmons. A second chance effort. And it's good on the way in. Simmons got 6 in the quarter.
Well, I like how hard he crashes the glass. Simmons knows he has the size and timing to keep possessions alive.
Simmons against Walker. Pass to Zeller. Now, here's Bridges. Defense right on him. Count it. Good. Bridges has got 7.
Adept at maintaining his balance on the way up. Bridges, a strong player who can play through contact.
Simmons against Walker. No good from Simmons.
Turns an easy jump shot into a tough one by going to the fadeaway. I mean, look what happened.
Lamb finds Hernan Gomez. Trying to find Lamb, gets it to him. And another 3 for Charlotte.
Well, he's played a smart and strong game. His field goal percentage proves it.
The 76ers trail by 4. Pass to Redick. And here is Simmons. Back to Embiid. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Outside, Redick. Simmons inside the line. Simmons missing again. Charlotte leading by 4. Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And guys, they've put the defense on the defensive.
You talk about making the engine run. Kemba Walker, he's the man. Lightning quick, stronger than he looks. I mean, this man is a competitor.
And with Walker, the effort's always there. But, Chris, so is the production.
I mean, he has some of the best handles in the game. He's going to generate offense for you. He's a good bet for 20 or more points a game, 5 to 6 assists, and provides tremendous leadership.
The first one falls, and the 76ers with some changes. Mike Muscala is checked in for Chandler. Korkmaz comes in for Jimmy Butler, and Smith subbed in for J.J. Redick. The Hornets also changing it up. Williams, he's checked in for Zeller. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist comes in for Bridges, and Monks subbed in for Jeremy Lamb. And so Walker nails both of them. Chris, when you played against a team that you had played on before, did you feel any extra motivation to do well against them?
Always. They always got the business. Whether it was I left Golden State and went to Washington, had to give them a triple-double and 40 there. Whether it was after I left Washington, had to come back and give them a triple-double and beat them bad and hug the crowd after. Oh, yeah, it's a lot of motivation. You definitely want to make sure you give your ex-team the business and make them regret, at least for the 24 hours until the next game, that they let you go.
I love that thought process. That's fun. Here's Simmons, and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Simmons got 8 points in the quarter.
And once Simmons turns on the Jets, there's no stopping him. I love seeing him play with this much confidence.
Walker with it, outguarded by Simmons. To the inside, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And then Simmons slams it in.
You better stay with Simmons, especially on the break. He's dangerous. He leaks out, and he's going to cash in.
And the Hornets call time here. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
T.J. McConnell, he's checked in for Philadelphia. The Hornets also with a sub. Batum's checked in. Now, here's Walker. He's got 13. Pulls it up. And again, the Hornets missing. Here's Korkmaz. He's covered by Kidd-Gilchrist. Plenty of daylight on that shot. And now it's a 3-point 76ers lead.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Charlotte has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Outside, Walker. The pass to Hernan Gomez. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Oh, that's just a terrific night for him from the floor, making almost everything he looks at.
In games that came down to 1 possession last season, Chris, the Hornets won 1 but lost 5.
Which is better than going winless in those games as they did the season before. But look, you have to have closers on your team, not just clutch players, but guys who can get their own shot against anyone. Core of this team, Kevin, Simmons, Embiid, and Fultz, they're all incredible in the open floor, all unique and exciting, and they can play the game in ways you haven't seen. Their unselfishness on offense seeps into the rest of the team.
Yep, that one goes.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Now here's Batum. He's covered by McConnell. Batum with the ball. 6 points for him. Here's Walker with the 3. Rebound by Muscala. Muscala's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And the 76ers love to pass. 2nd in the league in assists, and Chris also pushed the pace.
Yeah, Kev, they're 4th in pace of play, and they want to get out and run. Ben Simmons, he makes it happen out there on the floor. They can turn it over and shoot themselves in the foot, but when they get things right, it's a thing of beauty.
Philadelphia shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
And when you look at that free throw percentage on the season, they're right around 73%.
The free throw drops for Embiid. Well, with Embiid, the only thing that is going to slow him down, or has slowed him down so far, C-Webb, is injuries.
You know, people forget that Embiid would have been the top pick in his draft if he was fully healthy. I mean, too often do great big men have their careers derailed because of injuries. Embiid, though, I think Embiid has overcome his rough patch of health. I mean, I think he's going to be a monster as long as he stays on the floor.
And last year, we saw what a full season of Embiid looks like. I mean, scary to think that this is just the beginning of his career. He looks like he can go down as one of the greats to play if he can stay healthy.
Look, that matches his 3-point total from the first half. He had 1 in the first, now he's got 1 in the second.
Here's Simmons. Tries again. The kick outside to Butler. Butler on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Embiid, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And Embiid has already made the jump from star to superstar.
And part of that is his personality. I think his game does speak for itself. Gives you everything you want from a center on both ends of the floor. Effortless athleticism, and has incredible skill and touch for a player his size.
And that one misses.
Oh, yeah, Cal. And there's no question, when Embiid is healthy, he's a problem. I mean, a versatile, confident big man with a high ceiling.
Good on the second free throw.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
Here's Walker. He's got 16. Here's Batum, and the jam by Nicholas Batum.
Whenever Batum gets a lane to the hoop, he's looking for the throwdown. The D has to do better against him.
And Simmons kicks to Johnson. Back to Simmons. Pass to Embiid. Over Hernan Gomez. Embiid, no good. And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for Charlotte. To the middle, Embiid with the steal. Now, here's McConnell. T right on him. Pass to Simmons. Johnson outside. Kicks to Butler. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Embiid doesn't get it to drop for him. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. The feed to Kid Gilchrist. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
I'm not sure if the D bothered him or if he just lost concentration on that one, but that's a layup he should convert.
And there's the foul. It'll go on T.J. McConnell. That's foul number 2 for him. Parker's checked in for Charlotte. Here's Walker. His scoring totals are something to take note of. He's averaging over 19 points a game. On the wing, Williams. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. And now a chance to see what's coming up for Philadelphia. On Saturday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Memphis Grizzlies. And then on Monday, they'll be facing Hassan Whiteside and the Miami Heat.
And for the matchup with the Jazz, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
McConnell scanning the floor. Dishes to Embiid. Over Parker. Shoots from 8 with the putback. It's rebounded by Kid Gilchrist. Hornets have gone 8 of 14 on their shot attempts here in the third. Some pretty nice work. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Nick Batum, a versatile swingman out of France, a solid shooter and able to create for himself and his teammates.
And for Batum, a steady vet, but a huge contract.
And that infamous summer of 2016 with the cap spike. I mean, he's a capable starter, but 5 years, $120 million, boy, that's a pretty penny.
2 shots.
Now the free throw is good, now leading by 1.
No, that was just a focal point for the Hornets last season. Create more space on the offensive end. The result, they shot the ball really well from 3, but their efficiency inside the arc dropped dramatically.
Both free throws good from Batum. And looking at the Hornets offense, it's not like they shoot a lot of threes. They were just extremely accurate.
Well, Kevin, that's something they worked on in practice. I mean, taking good shots out on the perimeter. And for the younger guys, the shot just became more consistent. I mean, but ultimately, it couldn't save them in the win-loss column.
And it's in there.
Oh, man, he's a polished interior player. I love seeing Embiid establish himself down low and then go to work.
Now here's Parker. He's covered by McConnell. Rebound by Joel Embiid. Embiid's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. That's tipped, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Simmons. And here's a shot chart now, getting a better perspective on where he's been shooting the ball from.
And really what jumps out to me about this shot chart is just how aggressive he's been when on the floor. I mean, he's doing everything he can to get as close to the hoop as possible before putting up that shot, and it's worked out in a big way for him and his team.
Simmons against Walker for the 3. That's tipped.
Is it me, or does it just feel like he gets every rebound that comes up?
No, Greg, it's not just you. I mean, it's the stat line, too. Look at what he's doing. A dominant night on the glass.
Parker outside. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the way up. Parker's got the game tied up here for the Hornets. And it's Simmons penetrating. Count that one. Simmons got 24.
He's taking over the game. Their lead's going to get even bigger if he keeps this up.
Parker outside. He kicks to Walker. Parker outside. Clock at 6. Feeds it to Williams. And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
And Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time. He's off on the first. C-Web, one area where the Hornets really improved last season. Offensive rebounding.
Oh, yeah, they've been good on the defensive boards for a while. But when they added Dwight Howard, suddenly the second chance opportunities begin to pile up. I mean, I don't know if they can maintain this without Dwight Howard, who's one of the best rebounders of his generation.
And the 76ers with some changes. Wilson Chandler's checked in for Joel Embiid, and J.J. Redick is subbed in for T.J. McConnell. The Hornets also changing it up. Bridges, he's checked in for Kid Gilchrist. And it's Lamb in there for Kemba Walker. Bridges misses.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
Let's a floater go. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And J.J. Redick, a longtime vet in the NBA, but still plays with a lot of energy.
And Redick said he feels like he's been revitalized in the last few seasons with his change of scenery, playing with more joy, and has always been explosive off the ball in his efforts to get open. You can see when he's on the floor, the whole offense seems to pick up their energy.
And he makes the first. You know, C-Web, J.J. Redick has just continued to age well. He's a fantastic player now into his 30s.
Well, Redick keeps adding to his game, but the shooting never changes. He's shot well over 40 from deep for his career. Redick is a player who doesn't rely on his burst or his first step to score. I mean, he can keep playing like this for a long time.
And so he hits both.
Well, look, an outstanding role player. Redick is an incredible sniper who feels comfortable shooting from just about anywhere.
Parker kicks to Lamb. To the wing on the left. Bridges passes to Lamb. It's good. Lamb's got 7 points for the quarter. The 76ers leading. Now Simmons. 24 points for him. Passes it to Butler. 1 second left. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. 76ers lead by 1. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
This is how you quarterback an offense. He sees and anticipates what the defense is doing.
We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. The 76ers shooting at 51%. Really solid. And on the court for Charlotte as we start the 4th. Parker out there with Jeremy Lamb. Then there's Batum. Then it's Cody Zeller. And it's Bridges in at the power forwards position. It's Redick on the wing. Just 4 to shoot. Shoots over Bridges. The shot by Redick, no good. And it's Parker with the ball, bringing it up for Charlotte to take the lead. He's off on that one. Nice D from Chandler. Parker's gone 3 for 8 tonight from the field. And it's good for 2. 9 points for Wilson Chandler.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Parker finds Zeller. Back to Parker. And it's all evened up.
And as soon as Parker catches the ball, he immediately rises up and pulls the trigger. Love to see the confidence on display there.
The pass to Butler. Batum with the steal. Bridges against Chandler. And Parker with the basket on the assist by Bridges. And the Hornets lead by 2.
Now that was a sensational feed. He hit him right on the move.
Parker against Simmons. Second chance shot. Chandler's shot. Good.
Just creating havoc for the opponents the last few games.
It's all clicking for him right now. I mean, they got to body him up better than that.
And Batum kicks to Zeller. Pass to Bridges. Crafty move. And he sinks the layup.
Not only a jump shooter, Bridges also dependable at knowing how to get it done inside.
Simmons on the wing. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Zeller's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on J.J. Redick. Guys, Jeremy Lamb, 2 years at UConn, drafted by the Thunder, but he's come into his own with the Hornets.
Yeah, and what some exec call the second draft, finding young players who, for whatever reason, haven't been able to make an impact with their first team. Sometimes that change of scenery and ability to mature can do wonders for a player.
2 shots.
First free throw is good.
Now, after that great college tournament we all remember Jeremy Lamb performing in, Lamb was drafted 12th overall by the Rockets, but his career had a bit of a seesaw for a while.
And the 76ers making a change here. Muscala's checked in. Hernan Gomez is checked in for Charlotte. And Lamb drops them both.
The way that this 76ers team can rotate and contest is a big strength for them. I mean, they have good length on the floor at all positions. I mean, they were one of the best teams in the league in terms of opponent field goal percentage last season.
Got a hand on it. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Parker outside. Pass to Bridges. Here's Hernan Gomez. Defended by Butler. Hernan Gomez passes to Bridges. Drills it from outside. And the length of this 76ers team really shows on defense.
Yeah, Kevin, and it's not just Embiid in the middle. The wings block and bother shots as well. They rebound well as a group. I mean, this team has made big strides in their defense the last few years, and that's why they've gone from seller to title contender.
Parker surveying the floor. Kicks it to Lamb. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. One thing that's added a little pressure to Lamb's development, Chris, his link to James Harden.
Well, yeah, maybe the most important trade piece received back from Harden. I mean, it's taken Lamb a while to develop. He's coming around, though, but Harden, of course, I mean, he's perennial MVP candidate.
Two shots.
Free throw drops for Lamb.
And for the Hornets, after last year's debacle, it's a whole new world. I mean, think about a new GM, new head coach, and a fresh outlook on things.
And Lamb drops them both. And talking about the Hornets, they really expected to make the playoffs last season, but Chris, I think they were shocked that it didn't happen.
Yeah, I mean, they felt good about their free agent signings. I mean, they felt good about the draft, but coming together as one complete unit, that's easier said than done.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. In the corner, it's Bridges. Charlotte no good that time either. The 76ers trail by 5. And the wide open shot from Redick. The basket good off the assist from Simmons.
Oh, I mean, the main weapon in Redick's arsenal, he's out here to shoot it from deep, and he does that well.
Parker against Chandler. Passes it to Hernan Gomez. And he can't bank that one in. And the call will be against Hernan Gomez. That'll be his second foul of the game. And here's Chandler, who brings it up for the 76ers. Up next for him, the Grizzlies at the FedEx Forum. And that one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team.
And I think Bridges has some real upside defensively. He's strong, athletic, and able to guard multiple positions. And that's what every team is looking for.
Here's Zeller, and the dunk by Zeller. And that's a double-double for him now. 11 points and 10 rebounds.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
Well, I know he's not the #1 priority for the defense, but they still got to give him some attention, guys.
Hornets leading by 4. Parker kicks to Bridges. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Extraordinary work from Parker to find his teammate for the open basket. His passing is just phenomenal.
And here's Redick. Here's Simmons. That one off the back iron and out.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
Sometimes you get a little outside of yourself. You have to be a little more disciplined.
Parker finds Zeller. And that one, good. And now an 8-point Hornets lead.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Simmons on the wing. Fires from 18. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Zeller's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Simmons against Parker. In the corner, it's Bridges. Shot clock at 6. Trying his luck deep. Parker's shot is off.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for him.
It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. Fast break now for Charlotte. Parker leading the charge. He feeds it to Zeller. And it's good on the assist by Parker. Parker's got 3 assists in the game. The 76ers trail by 10, and Philadelphia calls time here.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
Oh, this is ugly. No question about it. And you wonder if these matchups aren't favoring them right now.
And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Cody Zeller.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
Without his heroics here tonight, this could have been a second straight loss for them. But he was sensational, and instead of a losing streak, he may have them headed in the opposite direction now. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brett Brown said to his team. He told them flat out, we are turning the ball over too much, guys. We can't keep making the hero ball play. Slow it down, run the offense, and make the safe pass. Back to you, Kevin.
Such an impressive athlete. The way Simmons moves on the drive is so natural and under control.
Hornets leading by 8. And Walker kicks to Hernan Gomez. Back to Walker. Lays it up and banks it in. Walker's got 9 points now in just the second half.
and really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Chandler's shot, good.
You can't leave anyone uncovered around Simmons. I mean, he's fantastic at seeing when one of his guys is open.
Charlotte's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Zeller passes to Lamb. Charlotte moving the ball around. 5-on-3 break. Here's Butler. Sweet little floater.
And Butler looking like the Tasmanian devil on the break. You can't give him any room to run, or you might get your feelings hurt.
Walker finds Zeller. Here's Lamb for 3. Rebound by Joel Embiid. Embiid's got 15 rebounds here tonight. Redick with the bucket.
And just great offensive execution by both sides, leaving nothing on the table.
Well, yeah, you want to save your best for last. The guys on these teams know that.
Now the pass to Lamb. Right wing. Here's Bridges. Banked in off the glass. And the Hornets lead by 6.
He had to battle through some tough shooting problems in the first half. I mean, give him credit. It's been much easier for him in the second.
And Simmons kicks to Redick. Embiid inside. He's covered by Zeller. Count that one. And that's 19 points for Joel Embiid.
I like seeing Embiid rise to the occasion. He knows how to capitalize during important stretches of games.
Walker the pass to Lamb. Pulls up on the wing. No good off the front iron.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face. Yeah, a big part of this run here has been their ability to score from mid-range.
Walker against Simmons. And Walker kicks to Zeller. Back to Walker. Shot clock at 6. And there's Zeller. That's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got 5 assists in the game. And Simmons has got the ball here for Philadelphia. Pass to Embiid. Over Zeller. Good on the shot. And with that, the Charlotte lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Joel Embiid.
And the touch Embiid has on his jumper, I mean, looking so soft and accurate coming out of his hands.
Walker finds Hernan Gomez. And there's the call on Chandler. That's his first foul. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist is checked in for Bridges. On defense, the 76ers. Zeller passes to Walker. Now here's Kidd-Gilchrist. Guarded by Simmons. Pass to Lamb. Off target from outside. Here's Philadelphia. They're on a 14-6 run. 3-pointer. Butler. Hornets with the rebound. Kidd-Gilchrist has got his 5th rebound in this one. Walker against Simmons. On the wing, Lamb. Back to Walker. 5 to shoot. Outside, Kidd-Gilchrist. Passes to Walker. Lets it go from deep. He can't hit that time. Simmons with the defensive effort. Chandler outside. Outside, Simmons. There's Embiid. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. 3-on-3. Here's Lamb. It's in!
Now, that is cold-blooded.
Well, we want people to tune in, don't we? This is what they're tuning into. Big moments.
Timeout called the 76ers. They trail by 4. There's 48 seconds left in the 4th quarter. There's 48 seconds left in the game. Walker goes in, takes the 13-footer, misses off the right iron. This could be a turning point.
Critical possession right here.
money, and he has brought them to within 2 points.
What I love about the big man is his fearlessness. I mean, Embiid, he's a leader who feels comfortable taking big shots.
They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
Now here's Lamb. He's guarded closely. Launches it. Zeller trying to free himself up. Rebound by the 76ers. And Philadelphia calls time here. They trail by 2. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. There's 10 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Stolen by Walker. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Gentlemen, two shots. Loose shots.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
He's stepping to the line knowing he has a chance to seal the deal, and he doesn't.
And Simmons kicks to Redick. From deep. Off target. So a close game sees Charlotte taking this one. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Tony. What was going good for you offensively tonight?
I think the ball movement was great tonight, but I think the main thing for us is to play great defense. Defensively, we have to be at our best, and everybody has to help, and I think tonight we did a great job.
Really got it going when you needed to. Thanks, Tony. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.